If you thought Donald Trump's immigration policy, specifically separating children from their parents, was bad, wait till you hear what's actually happening in the immigration courts. Because you see, we can't just hold children indefinitely here in this country without their parents. We have to put them in court so that they can have an immigration hearing. And since this administration separated them from their parents, they don't know where the parents are, and they don't really have a policy to reunite them. They're actually sending these children, some younger than 3 years old, to immigration court to basically represent themselves in front of an immigration judge. That's what's happening in this country today. According to reports, we have children, some that are 3 years old, that are having to go and stand in an immigration court next to a lawyer who doesn't even speak the same language as them. And they, the 3-year-old, this administration expects them to be able to properly communicate why they're in this country, why they should be allowed to stay in this country, to the lawyer who then has to argue it in front of the judge. We are making toddlers represent themselves in immigration court. I lose the words here, folks, because this is insanity. This isn't just heartless. These are the actions of crazy people. You have to be completely unhinged off your rocker to think that a 3-year-old can walk into a court surrounded by people who speak a different language and argue why they should be allowed to stay in this country. Keep in mind, reports are also telling us that most of these kids, 3, 4 years old, they don't actually know their parents' names. They only know them as mom and dad. So they have no way to communicate who they came over here with other than saying, I came with mom. This has got to stop. We have to do something. And to make matters even worse, Jake Weil, the man at the Department of Justice in charge of training these immigration court judges, is actually on record in court documents saying that he's been able to successfully teach 3 and 4-year-olds U.S. immigration law so that they can go and represent themselves in court. Now, I haven't met these kids, nor have I met Jake Weil, but I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit on that. I have a 3-year-old. You want to come try to teach him immigration law? Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to understand a word that you have to say, nor would any 3-year-old across the planet. And yet Jake Weil actually said that under oath in court. And now his policy is being put into practice. We are sending terrified toddlers in front of judges to basically argue for their lives. Or worse, plead for their parents to come back even though they don't know their actual real legal names. That's what's happening in this country today.